working and having a big job and raising a family and trying just to do all of the different things that may or may not need to be done is a whole lot of mental energy and can be really stressful and can cause anxiety. I wanted to share with you all some ways that I have learned to regulate my emotions and be more comfortable with them. If you're new here, I'm Krista Smith, and I'm on a mission to help ambitious women thrive as leaders by sharing what I've learned and am still learning as an executive, a lifelong optimizer, and a beauty school wannabe. So let's get into it. So I have been raising a family for the last 18 years and moving out through my leadership journey and trying to keep up relationships and pretty much just adulting the way that all of us are trying to do. And it's a lot. Even when you're blessed with having help and being able to have resources that you need, it can still be a lot. And it can look like not being able to sleep very well. It can look like feeling stressed. It can result in physical feelings of stress. And there are a couple of apps that I have recently been using on my phone that have really helped me learn more about how to regulate my emotion and how to improve my skill set at managing my own stress. And I thought that it would be good to share those with you. So instead of watching me talk, I thought that I would talk you through a couple of these different apps. The first app that we'll go over is Sleepiest. This is not sponsored. You start out with a darling icon for the app and then go right into the cover page. They'll recommend a story. If you don't want that story though, you can choose from over 100 stories that they have in the app, all the way from classics that you're used to seeing to stories that they have developed just for this app. And they do such a great job of having soothing narrators read and creating the stories that are interesting enough to get your mind off of anything that's spinning or worrying you, but not so interesting that you really care if you fall asleep. Then what you do is you select your story, and you can actually build a sleep playlist for whichever stories you want to listen to. So let's look at an example of how to build a sleep playlist. You select your first story and then it'll recommend other stories, and you can just add those to your playlist and make it as long as you would like with whatever type of stories that you like. Then you start playing the first one. If you'd like just sleep sounds and those ones that are pre-made, you can select those, and they have tons of options on the types of sleep sounds. You can also go into sleep meditations, and these are sleep stories that start with a meditation that actually relax you. Then finally, you can make your own sleep sounds. You can stack a bunch of different sounds together, nature sounds, different kinds of music sounds, sounds of animals, of whatever you find peaceful, even some ASMR choices, if that is what interests you, and have a totally customizable soundscape. The next app that we'll talk about is Headspace, which is a total comprehensive meditation solution. Start out, of course, by opening the app and enjoy the animations. They're so good at branding and consistency in their look and feel. And they offer on the very opening page meditations that are specific to the time of day, to the classes that you're taking, whether you open in the afternoon or the morning or at night. And then they give options on how to use Headspace and access the different types of features in the app. And there are many, many features. There are everything from types of meditations to the classes to the sleep solutions, and then even techniques, as you see here, to practice specific skills for your meditations. These skills are also included in the more comprehensive meditations, but these allow you to really specifically focus on one particular skill if you want to get better at it. Then there's a whole section on sleep. and solutions for whatever the sleep challenge is that you're having, whether it's falling asleep, whether it's waking up in the middle of the night, whether it's sleep sounds that you want to listen to, sleep stories, or specific meditations that are focused on things like waking up in the night or having a racing mind or an unsettled body. They do have sleep stories in this app, similar to the way that the Sleepiest does. I, in my opinion, don't find these sleep stories quite as good as the ones in Sleepiest, but they are super sufficient and also are accompanied by these options for movement and stretching and that total body look at the wellness that could be related to managing stress and mindfulness. This little exercise is breathing with the flower, and the flower gets bigger and smaller at the pace which you're supposed to breathe, and it is so relaxing, and it helps you regulate your breath and just really be in the moment and mindful. And so there's lots of little exercises in here like that. If you're deciding between the two apps, if you want total meditation solution, go with Headspace. If you want something awesome for sleep, go with Sleepiest. These are the two apps, Sleepiest and Headspace, that I found really helpful to continue to grow and to continue to regulate emotion and to better get to know myself and to be more comfortable in my own skin. And I hope that that can help you too. Let me know what you do to manage your own stress and anxiety and what else you would like me to talk about in this topic if it's something that's helpful to you and you can relate. Talk to you soon and have a great week.